In a world where existence is measured by how often you are seen, we are becoming cheapened by our own constant and desperate availability. You fear being forgotten by the crowd, but you forget that overpresence is the slow death of respect and the end of your true value. The digital noise of likes and notifications creates an illusion of importance. Yet these fleeting sparks of attention leave you feeling more hollow than before. We have traded our mystery for visibility, appearing everywhere yet belonging nowhere, diluting our essence until there is nothing left to actually be respected. True power lies not in the noise you make, but in the silence you leave behind when you choose to step away from the unnecessary chaos. Absence is not just a lack of presence. It is a profound statement of self-worth that forces the world to acknowledge your missing weight. Time stops for no one, yet we rush to fill every second with presence, terrified that a moment of invisibility will lead to our complete erasure. Stop being the noise that others ignore and start being the silence that they crave. Your value begins where your constant availability finally ends today. Why is gold precious? Because it is rare. Why is a diamond valued? Because you cannot find it scattered on every street corner you pass. When you are always available, you become like sand, plentiful, cheap, and easily stepped upon without a second thought from those who walk by you. By responding to every invitation and every trivial message immediately, you are signaling to the world that your time has no inherent market value. You have become a commodity, a mass-produced item that can be replaced at any moment because you have forgotten the power of the word no. The law of scarcity is absolute. As the supply of your presence decreases, the perceived value of your time and your words will naturally skyrocket. Absence is a calculated strategic move. It is the art of regulating your own value in a marketplace that is already saturated with desperate attention. The most influential people are rarely the ones talking the most. They are the ones whose presence is a rare event that everyone meticulously prepares for. Vastness commands respect. When you occupy a space that is not easily filled by others, you become a landmark in the minds of those around. Withdrawal is not a sign of weakness. It is the establishment of a boundary that tells others your energy is a privilege, not a right. A king does not wander the streets daily. He stays in the inner sanctum, making his appearances meaningful, rare, and ultimately powerful for his subjects. When you disappear, you create a mystery that forces people to wonder. Curiosity is the first step toward regaining the respect you have previously lost. Master the art of leaving. Leave while the conversation is still good. Leave while they still want more. Leave so they can actually miss you. Your signature is valuable because you don't sign everything. Your presence is valuable because you aren't everywhere. Take back your power through the selective absence. Do not confuse the act of disappearing out of fear with the act of being absent for the purpose of focused and intentional personal creation. The weak hide because they cannot handle the pressure of the world. The strong withdraw because they are busy building something far greater than themselves. A true leader does not waste energy on every minor skirmish. They step back to see the whole map, refusing the noise of the moment. Strategic absence requires an internal anchor. You are not running away. You are pivoting toward your ultimate goals with surgical precision and unwavering quiet focus. Greatness is forged in the forge of solitude. While others are busy being seen, the masters are busy becoming what the world will eventually crave. Your absence must have a specific weight. It should make people ask, what are they building? Rather than, where did they disappear to this time? Silence is the laboratory of the soul. It is where you refine your ideas, sharpen your skills, and prepare your grand re-entry into the world. Discipline is what you do when no one is watching. Strategic absence is the highest form of discipline, choosing growth over the ego's applause. Close the door on the trivial. If it does not serve your purpose, it does not deserve your presence. Be ruthless with your own availability. Elevation requires separation. You cannot fly with the eagles if you are always down in the dirt, pecking for scraps of social validation. The peace you find in your own absence is the foundation of your future presence. Own your time, or others will surely waste it. Be the light that is missed when it goes out, not the noise that people are relieved to finally see silenced in the dark room. Absence creates a power vacuum. When you are not there, people are forced to fill that empty space with their own imagination and mounting respect. They talk about you more when you aren't there than when you are. Your silence speaks louder than any speech you could have possibly given. Mystery is a magnet for the human mind. By not revealing everything, you maintain a level of intrigue that makes your eventual presence far more impactful. Silence is how you regain control of the game. You don't need threats when your very lack of response makes everyone else feel incredibly uneasy. The psychological weight of your absence is determined by the quality of your previous presence. Make sure they have something worth missing when you're gone. The spotlight follows the person who knows when to leave the stage. Staying too long turns a performance into a chore for the bored audience. Stop looking for yourself in the eyes of others. Your identity should be solid enough to survive the total lack of external feedback and applause. The stars are only visible when the sun is gone. Your brilliance often needs the darkness of your absence to truly be seen by the world. The art of the exit is just as important as the art of the entrance. Learn to vanish gracefully before the world grows tired of you. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Emulate the seasons. There is a time for bloom and a time for the quiet of winter. Your pulse is your own. Stop letting the world set your rhythm. Regain your autonomy by choosing when and where you will allow your energy. True presence is a gift, and a gift that is given too often ceases to be a gift and becomes an expected, boring, and invisible habit. To make the world revolve around your standards, you must first learn to say no. Refusing the crowd is the ultimate proof of strength. You are not absent to get attention. You are absent because the work you are doing is far more important than the act of being noticed. Set your boundaries in stone. If you don't define your space, others will colonize it with their demands and their trivial, time-wasting problems and drama. Be like the great tree. It doesn't move toward anyone, yet everyone seeks its shade. Its stillness is its greatest strength and its most enduring legacy. Chisel away the unnecessary. Your life is a masterpiece that requires you to cut out the distractions to reveal the true power of your character. The world is moving too fast, but you don't have to. By slowing down and stepping off the track, you become the master of your own destiny. Find your true north in the silence. When you stop listening to the opinions of the masses, your own inner voice finally becomes clear and loud. The path to greatness is often a lonely one. Embrace the solitude of the climb, for the view from the top is only for those who dared. Wisdom is not found in the crowd. It is distilled in the quiet hours of reflection, away from the prying eyes and the judgment of others. A wolf does not seek the approval of sheep. It knows its place in the world and doesn't feel the need to explain its long absences. Be a lighthouse, not a signal fire. A signal fire burns out quickly. But a lighthouse is a steady, distant presence that guides ships home safely. Lock your focus. The world will try to pick the lock every day. Your absence is the ultimate security for your dreams and your mental peace. When you return, do so with a new weight. Your presence should feel like a rare gift, not an obligation that anyone can take for granted. You have mastered the power of the void. You are no longer a slave to the gaze of others, but the architect of your own mysterious presence. Value is not about how many places you appear. It is about how much of a hole you leave behind when you decide to finally walk away. Stop responding to every expectation. The world will only start to revolve around your standards when you finally stop chasing after the world's fleeting attention. Your time is the only currency that truly matters. Spend it wisely on yourself, and let the rest of the world wonder where you have gone. One powerful appearance is worth 1,000 hollow ones. Make your presence count by making your absence felt deeply in the hearts of those around. The power of active absence is the power of self-respect. It is the final affirmation that you are enough, even when you are completely alone. Wake up and realize that you don't owe the world your presence. You owe yourself the greatness that only comes from the quiet and the dark. The world will wait for you if you are worth waiting for. Become that person. Become the mystery that the world cannot help but respect. Your journey begins when you stop looking for the exit and start building your own temple. Presence is a choice. Make it a powerful one. Be the absence that commands the room. Be the silence that tells the truth. Be the value that cannot be bought by the desperate crowd.